My father came from Mexico, penniless, but with such a dream for what his children could have in America. One of the things I learned early on is that I needed help. In so many ways, I had to ask others to lend a hand. I went to Yale, and I was woefully unprepared. Well, a classmate asked me if I would spend Thanksgiving weekend with her family. And her father, a high-ranking executive, took it upon himself to encourage me not to give up, to not see myself for my weaknesses. I had plenty, but to see myself for my strengths. My wife and I came here from Berkeley, California, to Provo, Utah. Cultural change, you might say. The point being is that could my wife and I do service here that would actually build a new bridge, a new opportunity to work together.
By '91, we had read an article in the Daily Universe. I had called it to David's attention, and it was about a Habitat chapter starting. They were starting a chapter at BYU, and we decided, let's go to the first meeting. We ended up being on the first board and got very involved and met some wonderful people who are our lifelong friends.
Because of their founding membership and being able to bring this great organization to our affiliate, we just finished our 53rd home here in Utah County.
I think through their hard work, their inspiration, their dedication of their time and treasure to that organization, it's helped it to be what it is today.
We have to try to find those who are not comfortable to us, folks who are not just strangers, but perhaps our enemies, and do what we can to build new bridges of friendship and understanding. And so Habitat for Humanity is a great case in point.
The Timpanogos Storytelling Festival will be celebrating 25 years.
We were on the committee that took care of the storytellers themselves, and she was a favorite among them. She offered a lot of enthusiasm and diversity that a lot of us didn't have, that the storytellers would just cling to.
It's a team effort, and I'm just one of the little volunteers in this amazing festival, and we're the second largest festival in the United States.
When I heard that this was a Lifetime Achievement Award for community service, and I thought, there's no one better than Lakshmi and David Dominguez. David is constantly supporting behind the scenes and helping and making sure that Lakshmi's free to do the things that are needed for the festival.
Understand, if you don't know your story, you don't know your history.
They're very deserving of this award. As long as I've known them, they've been involved in one thing or another. David's been very involved, bringing his law students into the community, helping less privileged people with their legal problems.
David likes to be able to go into the community and have his students be involved with those youth who were having troubles. Other professors from other schools would wonder why he was at LDS BYU, and he said it was because BYU offered him this opportunity to be able to develop his kind of hands-on teaching, and other universities didn't allow that. The other professors were really impressed and marveled that he was able to do this.
One of the things I learned early on was that everybody has strengths, no matter how glaring our weaknesses. BYU Law School was good enough to encourage me to create new curriculum around this message, that I would take my law students into the community, and we would find people who had, for the most part, given up on their hope, and would encourage them to find the strengths even so. Most recently, the work I've been able to do with my law students is over at the Juvenile Detention Center, where unfortunately, when we lock kids up, it's just so easy to forget about them. They become abandoned there. And so when you approach these youngsters who can see all that's wrong with them, it's quite the trick to get them also to see how much is right with them.
When you start to feel hopeless with all of the things in the world that are going on, you get up and you do something, and it fills the world with hope, and then it fills you with hope.
If you're willing to ask for help, you'll get that help. And if you're willing to deal with not just your weaknesses, but your strengths, life can be yours in a very meaningful way.